We all know this show is terrific when I take naps. No, I mean, it is awful when I take naps. So you should stop listening. No, I'm just kidding. But we are now live on YouTube. Thankfully, Playback got that worked out, that it would finally start. I don't know if that's Playback's fault or YouTube's fault, but I'm going to blame somebody. It's not going to be me. Um, I'm ready to talk the Battle of LA. Probably two of the most nondescript drafts I've seen in a very long time. The Lakers probably got the best player out of the deal.
Yeah.
The Clippers got the first round pick out of it. And I guess that's where we'll start. No, you don't. You're no objection, Mr. Nevada?
Oh, yeah. Kobe Sanders 1-1. How are you disrespecting Kobe's? No.
I have completely disrespected him to the point my camera just went blurry for no reason. No idea why. Just it's not like it's a cheap camera.
I could have spent that moment trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Elevate Kobe Sanders.
You should have.
But I also didn't. I did say pre-draft that I thought he was an undrafted player and he got drafted. So.
You did say that pre-draft, but the Nevada bias to be so strong that doesn't matter. You just keep going.
Right.
Elevate them higher and higher and higher.
I drafted him in the lottery.
That's right. He should have been a top 10 pick. Not even the lottery. Top 10 pick. That's right. So
me in the room wearing a disguise.
That's right. You just hand in the card for one of those 10 teams.
Mr. Silver, here's the card. You just you erase what a team wrote.
That's right. Con Knipple? No. It says Kobe Sanders.
No, yeah. Kobe Sanders? Yeah.
Yes, that's right. In fact, Mr. Commissioner, where is your production team? Because I have a sound effect you need to play before he gets drafted.
Yeah, with it, like, you know how like they do like the ESPN like jingle? It should just be that for just him.
That's right. That's exactly what it should be. But we're going to get this thing started, and we're going to do it the correct way, not the Kobe Sanders, Matt Hanifan pipe dream way.
Oh.
We're going to talk about the 30th overall draft pick in the 2025 NBA draft for the Los Angeles Clippers, and that is one Yannick Niederhauser. How long did it take for us to learn how to say that properly? We'll never disclose. What were your thoughts on Yannick Niederhauser going into the draft?
Well, I mean, he's athletic. I don't even want to say he was a fine shot blocker, but I think what hurt him was the lack of discipline. And that was kind of my takeaway from Summer League was like he was undisciplined. And Summer League is an environment where you can be more undisciplined because, you know, you're allowed 10 fouls instead of the normal 6. Or even 5 in a college game, but 6 in an NBA game. Like you're allowed 10 for some reason. I don't think I've ever.
Sounds like my kind of league.
I don't think I've ever really understood that rule. And so like, obviously there's a little bit more margin for error when it comes to that. Like he's not going to get yanked after 2 fouls in like the first 5 minutes.
But I think that's the point. Like they want to be able to get a good evaluation of him as a basis of play. They don't want somebody fouling out in 2 seconds. No, we didn't even get to see this guy play all Summer League. He fouls out in 2 seconds.
But even then, like Summer League rosters, like they're filled with play. Like it's not just these top overall pick. Most of these guys are undrafted.
Right.
But even then, like during Summer League, like some vertical spacing, he shot, I think, like 1 or 2 threes, which I'm not expecting him to do at all. He shot 2 threes.
Yikes.
He had some blocks, but he had some fouls as well. Like, I don't know. I felt a little underwhelmed by him in Summer League, even though I wasn't very high on him coming into the draft, as you know, our audience knows, who've listened to the show. You and I were both kind of not out on him. I mean, I guess kind of out on him.
I was going to say, I was kind of out on it. I still am.
But it's also one of those weird things where it's like, as a rookie, I'm not expecting him to really factor into much of what they do because like they do have Brook Lopez now, obviously, to back up Zubats. Like they have like I think more guys. They have a better front court. They added John Collins in the Norman Powell trade. And so it's like they have some more guys that they can use specifically to space the floor. I mean, he provides a different dimension of spacing.
Right.
But I don't think he's going to be someone that factors in much. Like I think he's still a little too raw and too undisciplined. And I
Yeah.
think that's where he's going to spend a lot of his time in the G League as a rookie. At least that's what I'm projecting, even though he was a first round pick. Obviously, there might be times during the season, whether it's due to injury, whatever, where he, he'll get some spot minutes, some spot run. But in my head, I'm not expecting that to be like a consistent thing. Adele left. I got a filibuster.
No, I didn't leave. I just changed the layout
Oh,
because
okay. I was
my
like, well, I don't know
camera's
where
so
you went.
blurry. Oh, there it goes. It fixed it. So
Okay.
my camera was blurry, and I was like, you know what? I was thinking in my head, for those Instagram clips, we need to have at least some good picture here. So I just put you on the main screen. But I do apologize for interrupting your thought.
No, I was just like, I don't think like he's gonna factor in much to what they do. Because again, like
No.
there's the vertical spacing, there's some
Right.
rebounding, there's some shot blocking, even though there's a lot of fouls that are with that.
It's a
Like
lot of
he's
fouls.
jumping for joy.
That's right. He's jumping for joy is a great way to put it. For
Yeah.
people that don't understand that he's putting himself out of position on a regular basis. So
super bouncy, but
any of those screen and rolls where the guy that's dribbling the ball gives a ball fake, he's flying.
Yeah.
Absolutely flying. And it's going to happen in a variety of different situations, not just for shot blocks, but also, like you said, for rebounding. He's just going to jump. If the ball's in his area, maybe he'll corral it. If not, maybe he'll be out of position and some other little guard will come in and get it.
And the thing with him is like he's 22, going to be 23 in March.
Yeah,
like
he's not
he was
super
already
young.
an older prospect.
Right. He's not super young. And he doesn't really have any moves on the low block. There's not even really a jump hook he has or anything like that on the low block. Doesn't really set great screens either, which is another thing you want a big to do, especially you're drafting in the later rounds and you're trying to develop him. But he does have some quality vets. He's got Zubac. He's got I forget, who'd you say that they just brought in?
Brook Lopez and
Brook Lopez. That's right. So he has some people to learn from. So it's not like he's going to have to play right away. He's not going to be, the Clippers season isn't going to be living and dying with Yannick Niederhauser.
I hope not.
But
if it does, something catastrophically has gone wrong.
Something's really, really wrong. Like very, very,
Steve
very.
Ballmer have to sell the team because of aspiration and Kawhi's
Well, he may. I was going to say he might have to sell the team.
What would have to happen for
Yannick Niederhauser is Aspiration's new employee? No, I'm just kidding. But no, the thing with him is that when we scouted him on tape, we didn't think he was ready for the big time. But the only thing I could see the Clippers were like, you know what? He's a lob threat, and that athleticism is at a premium these days. We want that in our organization. We can develop that. That mentality is probably what they have.
They've done a great job developing Zubats, and like, again, this is like a super optimistic, perfect world scenario. Like he just is a really good like 2-man partner with James Harden.
Yeah. Well, and Zubac also was a moldable piece of clay. He wasn't like a finished product, like you said. He was built in LA.
Right, but so
he's
much
got
better
an NBA body. He's got an NBA frame.
Right.
He's just a lot more fundamental than Niederhauser.
Yeah.
I mean, fans, we can just call him Yannick. Niederhauser is a mouthful. I'm just going to call him Yannick. So yeah, it's one of those things where he's going to, get the bake in the oven for a while. He's not going to be thrown out there with the other main dishes. He's baking. But yeah, let's move on. The number 36 overall pick, originally drafted by the New Jersey Nets. Ideally, I thought may have been a better pick than some of the guys they took.
Boom.
And what did you say?
Boom roasted.
That's right. Boom. Mic drop. he got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers with an aging LeBron James. That team's a mess, man. I don't know what they're doing.
Luka.
They got Luka Doncic, but what are they doing around? But like, man, I just don't know, man. Luka needs the ball.
Yeah.
LeBron needs the ball. Now, we had this thing with Kyrie back when we were like, in Cleveland, could it work? LeBron was a lot younger. It worked.
Yeah.
But it like Kyrie like was unstoppable in those finals. But anyway, back to LA. They have this Dalton Connect thing going on where nobody wants Dalton Connect, and that includes the Lakers.
Right.
And they're trying to get rid of him. You add a dude Thoreau into the mix, doesn't play, but he's super physical, very, 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 very athletic. Attacks the rack with reckless abandon and plays defense the same way. What did you think about Adu Thoreau coming out of college?
Oh man, I loved Adu. I don't remember where I had him. I want to say he was like a top 25, top 30 guy on my board. 15 points per game as a senior, 6 rebounds, 1.5 steals. Really broke out in his last season at Arkansas after playing 2 seasons under Cal at Kentucky.
Right.
He was awesome last year, especially like, there was a point in time where like Boogie went down and he was kind of having to lead the charge.
For sure.
I thought he was an awesome player. I loved watching him play. Obviously the shot is like broken.
Completely broken.
I that's the one, like if I'm like worst case scenario, he doesn't develop his 3-point shot.
Right.
He's playing, teams are playing 4-on-5, when he's on the floor, stuff like that. But just as like a defensive playmaker, as an athletic like roamer, even in like transition, he was super good. Super physical around the rim. Like we joked about it all the time. Like he was a battering ram.
Absolutely.
Like he did not care if you were, 7 foot or if you were, 6'2". He was going to try to, put you through the rim, shove you back into the second row, like just run through you that way. Like he was that kind of player. And I loved his mentality with it too. Like obviously, there'd be times where he'd pick up charges or whatever, or he would be over aggressive defensively or whatever the case is. And like, we just talked about a player who was undisciplined. I didn't think he was undisciplined, but like he did commit, like, I think it was like 2.5 fouls per game or something.
Right.
Like
that's
that.
just part of somebody that's that physical. You're going to pick up fouls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's just like a super strong athlete.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, suffered a knee injury, missed all of summer league. I did see a report that a couple of days ago, Dave McMenamin, who does who's like the Lakers guy for ESPN, he reported that he has he's pretty much a week away from being cleared.
Oh, nice.
From rehab. And so I would imagine, I'm not saying this is going to happen, I would imagine he gets his feet wet in preseason.
Right.
I don't know how many games they play nor when they play, but I would imagine he gets his feet wet in preseason, and hopefully he's able to, I'm sure they're going to have like, he's going to have a short leash at the start. They don't want to like,
right,
over exhaust him or anything like that. And so I'm excited to see what he does in preseason, even though I'm not expecting a lot. I would just assume that he starts the season in South Bay with their G League team. But
yeah,
he's someone who I think can actually like factor into the rotation, especially like they don't have many. Like they signed Marcus Smart, who I think's taken a step back defensively.
He has not taken a step back from the dinner table.
Huh?
He has not taken a step back from the dinner table.
Yeah, like they don't have like a ton of like wing defenders. Like Laravia's fine. Like I think Laravia's like a good team defender. They signed him,
Yeah, I like Laravia.
Yeah. They have
what kind of name is that, dude? Coming into our playback chat. Get out of here with that, bro. What the heck?
Vanderbilt's still there too. So like, but they don't have many like wing defenders, guys who can do that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I think at some point Adu's going to be tasked with that. Again, whether it's for spot minutes, whether, he gets a consistent rotation role. It's going to be weird with the shot though. Like that's the thing where it's like,
right.
JJ's a guy who, preaches spacing for, all the right reasons and all of that. But then he gets a guy like Adu Thoreau who just can't shoot. Like, it's just like,
You're right about that. That's going to be a
happens.
clash with JJ's style for
Yeah.
sure. But you
I'm
do
sure
need people that do all the
complimentary piece
dirty
to all
work,
of it,
though.
but still.
Yes. You need somebody that's going to do all the dirty work, and he'll do that for you. I mean, he'll play defense. He'll get in your face. He'll draw fouls. He'll rebound. He'll provide some athletic pop to your lineup, way more than Dalton Connect's been providing. I would have loved to see him in preseason, dude. I would have loved to see him, just like we talked about at the end of last show. Adam Benea, Philadelphia 76ers, Adu Thoreau, loose ball. Go at it. Who wins? Who you got, Matt? Who wins?
I would say Bona, probably.
I'd say Bona wins, but fouls him, and then they get the ball. They get the ball anyway.
That makes sense. Even though we joke about him, it makes sense just because. Sorry, someone walked in.
No worries.
It makes sense just because, like, the NBA, they call those dumb fouls where, like, two players dive for a loose ball, someone jumps on top of the other, and there's always a foul called. Like, Ray and I talk about that like all the time. We're just like, someone just jumps on top of him all the time, and there's a foul called. So it's just like,
and it seems exactly like something Adam Benea would do. But that's my guy, Matt. There's somebody we're about to talk about. I don't know if you're going to get excited, but we're about to talk about the 41st pick in the 2025 NBA draft. He was traded to the Suns, bought via the Warriors. That's one. Kobe. Oh, I got the wrong Kobe. Whoops. I set
Kobe
this
Bryant,
up.
Kobe Sanders.
I set this up, man. It was the Knicks traded him to the Clippers. Kobe Sanders.
I was going to say you have the wrong Kobe, but I was like, well, he's not much different than Kobe Bryant.
The Kobe Sanders and Kobe Bryant, you can't even tell their games apart.
Yeah, 1A, 1B. Kobe didn't play much in Summer League. He signed a 2-way contract with the Clippers, so, there might be a world where he plays a little bit. But I don't necessarily see him factoring in much. Kind of like Niederhauser. Like, they're a deep enough team to where I just don't think they're going to rely much on the rookies as rookies. Like that, he averaged 6.5 points per game, showed some moments, shot just 39.4% from the floor, 28.6% from deep, which is an issue with mine coming out of pre-draft. Like, he's not a spot up shooter. He has a low release. He doesn't have much lift when he shoots.
Right.
He was never he was always on ball at Nevada. He was always on ball at Cal Poly, especially his last couple of years there.
Right.
He's not a guy that's going to play off ball all that much. And so I'm not expecting him to be, he wasn't an all worldly shooter in college. And his shot needs enough work to where I just don't know if that comes right away as a professional basketball player. Shot 75% from the free throw line. Like, he's not someone who's not super athletic. He got to the rim a little bit. Like, there was some more athletic juice in Summer League, but again, it came in moments. Like, I saw him poster a dude in college, even though I don't think he's that, he's not like a crazy athlete.
But he's 6'6" and he's got long arms, right? Like
6'9".
6'9". My bad. My apologies.
6'9". Like, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy, long wingspan. You'll be able to pipe on a few people when you have that kind of wingspan. I liked what I saw him out of Summer League and the NBA Combine. I think he played differently in the NBA. You sure?
Yeah, he didn't play a game.
So he played in Summer League.
Yeah.
That's okay.
At least I don't remember. Maybe I am wrong. I don't.
Well, because here's what I distinctly remember. Here's what I remember very vividly. I remember him shooting the ball better than I thought he would. And his shot looked, like you said, he doesn't get a lot of lift. It's a very flat set shot. But what I've liked is the fact that he was willing to take the open shots and he was making them. And when you have that kind of size to be able to have position flexibility, he looked more comfortable off ball than I thought he would look. He looked like he navigated the NBA game more comfortably than I thought he would. So I liked what I saw. I was encouraged by that. To me, he just played, I feel like he can fit a role in the NBA. Whereas in college, when they tried to have him being the man, it really wasn't going to work at the next level. And so I like the fact that he was able to do those things, even though in college it wasn't his forte. So I actually was encouraged by that.
He didn't play in any of the 2 scrimmages, but he did do drills.
So maybe I'm thinking about what I saw in the drills. Okay.
In summer league. Or
cool.
not summer league.
The combine.
The combine.
All right. No worries. So I think I may be higher on his NBA career than you actually are.
Probably. I think there might be a way. Because again, like if you're a 6'8", 6'9" guard who can handle the ball, who can play well in the pick and roll, who could.
That's exactly it.
He was a good pull-up jump shooter from the mid-range. Again, didn't really get to the rim all that much, or at least not as much as I would have liked him to.
Right.
Okay passer. Like I think he got better his last years of college, but like still not something he's great at. Like they kind of thrust him into a point guard role, even though I don't think in a perfect world he's like a natural point guard. He's a combo guard playing point guard. Like there might be a world where he can. Like
because he'd be a secondary facilitator in the league. If he ever got rotation minutes at any point with a team, he's never going to be a primary facilitator. He'd be a secondary facilitator.
Right, but he's going to have to be more efficient.
For sure. No, that's agreed. He's got work to do. It's not like he's some can't miss prospect. But I can just
50th, whatever it was.
Right. He was 50th overall. But I could just see a world where he could carve out a career for himself and a role for himself in the league. In fact, it's actually funny. The Clippers traded Mohamed Diawara, and I really feel that Kobe Sanders and Diawara are very similar. They do a lot of the same stuff. They're big body guys, multiple. Diawara's a little more athletic. You know what I mean? I think Sanders has a little bit better of a J. I think they're very similar players. I could see both of them. And it's funny because the Knicks fan base are like, oh my God, we got this. Look at this Mohamed Diawara. We can't lose him. We got to make sure we sign him. And Kobe Sanders is kind of like flying under the radar, but I feel they're like the same guy. Very similar guys.
Well, I think like Kobe's usage was just, I think even in a Power 5 context, I think Kobe's usage would have been greater than what Diawara's was. And I think Diawara's the better defender.
Diawara is the better defender. I agree.
So I think there's a little bit of a difference. But I don't hate the comparison.
Yeah, I don't mean like one for one. This is, their games are the same. Right. But I just find it, because they were traded basically for one another, it's just funny. They're very similar, like in their career path that they would have to take to stick in the NBA. But really, that's all I got today, man. Anything you have that you want to wrap today's show?
Just buy Kobe Sanders stock now. Because he's gonna be an all NBA player by his 3rd season.
That's right.
So,
all NBA player, Kobe Sanders. You heard it here first, folks. Matt Hanifan, zero biased in that answer. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, if you can't catch us here, you can always catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. You can find me on Twitter. Ask me questions. Hey, give us questions for the show. That's Digital Adele. We put clips of the show all over Instagram. That's digital_Adele. And Matt, tell the people where they can find you, follow, and get more of your work.
At NPH_824_ on Twitter.
Whoa, you're getting good at that.
Hothoops.com. It's only like I've been doing it for a year. Hothoops.com, VendettaSportsMedia.com, MountainWestConnection.com. Doing stuff for the Orlando Magic on SI. So please go check
big time stuff
out as well.
Big time stuff.
playback.tv/5RSN and playback.tv/digital Adele hoops. We're at right now. I'm everywhere, man.
Right now. He is
I'm
everywhere.
so many different places. My head's spinning just everywhere.
A man amongst the people, Matt Hanifan. Well, that's all we got for today's show, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.